Hello guys, today we are on the track. My name is alex.folacci, this is Kari Pearce. She's an amazing CrossFit athlete. She qualified 4 years in a row for the CrossFit Games, and we're working together to try to improve her top speed, a running technique, and a resistance for longer running. So hopefully she's going to be on the podium this year.
I'm Kari Pearce. I'm 28 years old. I was a gymnast for 18 years. Did a little bit of weightlifting after that, powerlifting, some bodybuilding, but have no endurance background. So I'm excited for Alex to help me with my running. I
got to tell you how we met, because that's kind of funny. We live in New York City, but it's such a small city that sometimes you bump into people randomly. I was just done with one of my clients, and then I go at Times Square to take the train. And then I see Kari waiting for the train too. She didn't know me, but I knew her because she's like so famous, you know, like she's worldwide known. And so yeah, I just talked with her, and I was like, maybe we can do something together and train at the track. I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna coach you on the track to run faster, run better, and hopefully improve your ranking on the games. This year she's gonna be on the podium, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
So let's do the workout. We just did like 1 lap of warm-up, really chill. Now we're gonna do some dynamic stretching, and after work on the technique, running drills, knees up, all those good stuff. And after we start with the core of the session. What's important is to do dynamic stretching. If you only do passive stretch, so okay, Kate, put your hand on the floor, and then you're gonna walk, step back. Oh yeah, but look at that. She can't do it fully, so it's like too easy for her. So try to put a bit of movement. You see I'm doing like push-ups like this, and then I feel more tension on the hamstrings. Yep. It's good to warm them up. Square your hips, bring your pelvis forward. So try to really feel it more on the side here, and so as deep inside. So bring, you see your hips, they're a bit in diagonal? Yes, that's much better. When you bring the left hip forward, good, go as deep as you can, go back and forth. So this stretch going in a lunge position is actually really good to open up the whole mobility around your pelvis and help you do bigger stride when you run. Good. You grab your shin, put your knee as high as you can, and try to keep your legs straight. The one on the floor, that's good for your balance too. Okay, now you can switch. To be able to remain straight on this, like you need to squeeze your glutes super hard. Good. Now stretch your quads the traditional way. Yeah, she's doing it great because she keeps her knees together. A lot of people, they kind of open on the side, and it's not the best way to stretch. Now you can do the other side. A cool stretch, one I just discovered recently. It's a sumo squat. It's like basically a sumo deadlift. You need to put your hands here, and then try to go as low as you can and push your knees backward. Yeah, you're doing good. Perfect. For the hamstrings, that's one of the most important stretch.
Yeah. For
the running, you might remember what that we did it the other day. So you put like this, and then you'll have to go back and forth to stretch the elasticity of the hamstring like this. So go for it. Yeah, you're doing good. What's important is that you really lay forward here. So you keep tension here at all time.
That's a nice stretch.
All right. Do the other one. Good. So about 15-20 seconds on each, it's the perfect time. Now we're going to do the calves. So put one foot forward, one back, and then it's the back foot where you need to really feel it.
Yeah.
So then you can bring your pelvis forward to reduce the angle and feel more tension on your calves and your knee. And by doing so, by bending here, you'll get more stretch on the Achilles tendon. Do you feel that the tension switched from here to there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then even a bit more. Yeah. As a runner, you often have like tendonitis on the Achilles tendon, and it's very important to stretch them out like this to prevent this kind of problem happening. And now to finish, you're gonna bend your knee totally and lift your heel higher. Now we target the toes, try to stretch the ball of the foot.
Yeah, I remember you showing me this one last time, so this is one of my favorite stretches now.
Because you know, you're on your feet every day, you're walking, you're running, you're doing everything on your feet. But if you never massage them or stretch them, they're gonna keep a lot of tension.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when you can have cramps or even worse, like tearing up. And you see, always put movements, dynamic stretching to get ready for some explosive and fast movements. Okay, and then when you did enough, finish with toes. One more stretch, which is the gluteus on the floor.
The worst one.
Your favorite one, the one you need the most.
The one you can't do.
Oh, actually no, there's two more. So first we're gonna go on this. Like this, that's simple, everybody knows that one. But you're gonna put your elbows forward and try to really lay forward. Can you do that?
No.
I'm sure you can, come on.
I don't think I can.
Try to put those elbows on the floor. Yeah, okay, your adductors are pretty tight, even though you can do the split.
Yeah.
Like the normal version is okay, getting those knees lower, but when you try to actually lay forward, then you get a different kind of stretch. Yeah, you see that? And now we go for the pretzel stretch. Try to put some movements. Try to roll, try to rock. Because your glutes is the biggest muscles. Don't worry, I got you. It's the biggest muscle of your body, so if you want to stretch it correctly, you need to turn and roll and move around to get a good stretch on all the muscle fibers of it. You need to start doing the running drills.
Perfect.
So, Kari, show me if you remember. Good, try to use your arms even more. Perfect. Stay on tiptoes. Good. Second one carries the heels to butt. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one because my heel can't touch my butt.
Yeah, because you have two big hamstrings, so it's a good problem to have. And in CrossFit, which movement got you bigger hamstrings? Is it deadlift, you think?
My coach had me do a lot of deadlifts and a lot of RDLs. Well, from gymnastics, my quads and glutes were very strong and dominant, and my hamstrings were very weak. So we had to work them a lot.
If you have if you're 70% dominant on quads and only 30% on hamstrings, you can have imbalances in your knees, and then you get injuries.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, that's what they have. So the next one is the heels to butt.
Okay.
Sure. Good. Very good. Okay, so first off, I'm impressed that we only worked on those one time, and the way she's being able to do it without even practicing before, it's like as good as a track athlete. So that's because she's a very smart athlete, and high-level athletes, you show them one time and then they directly process it and they can replicate it all the time. So that's a huge advantage when you can learn very fast. The running drills basically is to get smart legs. If you can have a smart legs, if you can do whatever you want with your leg, you'll be able to have a much better stride. But if you know how to have a real stride, then you will be much more efficient during your sprint or your long distance. So if you train on those running drills and your legs get used to it because you make all the connections from your brain to your legs by doing the good movements, then you get much more efficient on your sprint. Good. Okay, nice.
That's kind of fun.
Great. You were gracious like a gymnast.
There you go.
No, in gymnastics, you guys are here, right?
Always, yeah.
That's one of the major differences between gymnastics and track, my sports. My sports, you always need to have your foot like this, straight. So then when you hit the floor, you're already in tension and you can have a much better reaction to the ground. Whereas in gymnastics, you need to be gracious and be like this. So if when you run, you go like this, no good. If you have the habit to be like that, it'll be so much better. But that's good. The next one, we do the jumping strides.
Because I was not very good at these. Yeah, he made me do them like 5 times last time. He's like, no, try again. Try again. No, longer. No, bring your leg up. Don't be lazy.
Okay, you show me. Push harder, come on, jump, jump, jump. Yeah, that's getting better, that's getting better. So basically you need to try to have a long time in the air. You need to be like flying. And then that's how you really create explosive power. because then you push with your quads and with your glutes, and you lead the stride with your knee up forward, and that helps you penetrate forward. You're gonna do 10 of those, and I'm gonna put this where you land. And then
we'll 10 of the deer run thing.
Yes.
So right here.
Yeah. On your marks, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, she landed here. So that's a very good exercise for warm-up.
Okay.
Now we have a benchmark. We know what's your best.
Perfect.
I want you to be able to land around between this and this. There's 100% sure you can do it. No, that was the first one. Now you're going to improve. Each time you're going to try again.
Okay.
We give like 5 attempts.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Kari?
Perfect.
I believe in you. You're going to do
Try
great.
harder, do better.
Yes. Notice you started with both feet like this, right?
Yeah.
So when you start this one, you need to be here and also lift your foot like this. So then you can go even further and have more momentum. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. My 10 steps was 5 of yours.
I know, that's why you can do so much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah,
Crushed
look at
it. There you go.
Hold on. Was 10 right here?
I think it was like right here.
That was here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
You just fucking smashed it by like
There you go. I told you it was
10
the
meters.
start.
Great job.
It's weird, like, yeah, it's a little bit more.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on, is it this one or this one?
I don't know.
Fuck. Brandon, let's rewind. This one or this one? No, no. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, last attempt, girl. The pressure is on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. New personal best.
I did,
Give me a
yes.
high five. Good job.
There you go.
I think now we're warmed up. We're gonna
Now-
start doing your the 3 sets of what is it again? 500, 400, 300.
Yep.
Okay, let's start. I'm gonna
I was
run
gonna
with
say,
you.
I think that we just learned that we need to learn to count.
Just gonna talk a bit about the sprint. It's a different technique than longer distance running. So we're gonna do a few 40 yards dash. On a long distance running, you just lift your knee about 45 degrees. Like this, your hands don't go too high. For a sprint, you need to lift your leg much higher and then scratch on the floor. Also, your arms need to rotate around your shoulder and not around your elbow. A lot of people, they just go like this. and they think they go fast because they move super quick, but they're not moving forward. You need to activate your shoulders and keep 90 degrees angle here, okay? Once you have a good stride, here, push far back, then you close your leg. You need to be here, then you can open forward and then scratch on the floor. That's the most effective. Don't do just this. It's not a good cycle. You see? And your foot straight up, not dead. When you're straight and you hit the floor, you're much more reactive and can push hard on it, create more speed. Okay, so now let's go straight into the demonstration. I'm very proud of her. She was so strong mentally. For example, on the 300, you were supposed to do 1 minute 15. She got 55 seconds, like it's 20 seconds faster. On the 400, you were supposed to get 1:35, and she got 1:16. She did amazing. I think she just needs to improve a little bit her landing technique on the floor. How she hits the floor with the heel, because it's like a bit too flat. She lands flat, so you're wasting energy on that. How do you feel when you breathe? Can you take enough oxygen, or do you feel you can improve your breathing also?
I think I can also improve my breathing.
Okay, yeah, that's an important thing.
Need to breathe.
A lot of beginners, she's not a beginner, but a lot of people that I coach, for example, at the gym or in the track, when they run, they just try to breathe through their nose, instead of taking the oxygen through their mouth and their nose. And that's a main issue so many people have, and it's hard to change this pattern and change this technique, because you can take 80% of oxygen with your mouth and then 10% here, 10% here, which is 100% at total. If you only breathe with your nose, you won't be able to fill up your lungs totally, and then you can't have enough oxygen and enough energy to last longer in your run. So be sure to breathe long and deep during your run and relax your body, relax your face. Don't contract muscles that you don't really need during the race. Try to really relax and use the elasticity of your muscles, and then you're gonna run so much better.
Teamwork!